Mount Pleasant FA solidifies Jamaica's dominance in the Caribbean by winning the 2026 Concacaf Caribbean Cup.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz. I hear that. Don't know something that Gunnaz may say, but big up Gunnaz.
Hello and welcome back to the Gunnaz podcast. I'm your host, Dicanio, an Arsenal fan that covers everything Reggae Boys and local football. If you enjoy the content that I do on this channel, remember to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Every single video I do on this channel must get to 200 likes. And also, we're on a goal to 6,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, in this video, as you guys would have seen, I'm going to be talking about Mount Pleasant and the fact that they have won the Champions Cup. Talk about the game and talk about the future for Mount Pleasant, the near future for Mount Pleasant. So, starting off with the game. So, Mount Pleasant went into the second leg of the final with a 1-0 win. However, they made it very, very hard for themselves, right? It looked as though they were going to walk away with the lead and walk away with the win in the game when the team that they were playing against went down to 10 men. Now, rightfully so, I believe it was a red card because I at first didn't know that VAR was at the game because the Caribbean competition. So when I initially saw the challenge, I was like, whoa, that's a red card. They look, you say, VAR not did it. So the game continued play until all of a sudden we see the game stop and they were checking for the red card. And the moment that I saw that they were checking for a red card, I knew that it would have been given. And again, Mount Pleasant went to the game with a 1-0 lead. And now they're up against a team with 10 men. It should have been an easy affair for them. However, we are Jamaicans and we always have to make things difficult for ourselves. So right before halftime, despite playing against 10 men, Mount Pleasant conceded. Goalkeeper slipped running out of the goal and then forward lobbing, right? Halftime come, Tappa made a lot of changes or made a couple changes, took off Raheem Edwards, put on Warner Brown, took off Lamar Walker, put on Tyreek Magee. And I think Mount Pleasant really still struggled even while playing against 10 men. It didn't feel as though they had the superiority in numbers. Right, it still was a very even game in that first half, and the team from Dominican Republic really did go all out to try and get the win. Right, so at that point it would have been 1-1 on aggregate. Now, this competition has away goal rules, so obviously Mount Pleasant win 1-0 away from home. They made have away goal, and this team come and score 1-0, 1-0, and at that point it was 1-1 on aggregate. Which means that if another goal was to score, it was impossible for the game to go to extra time. And so said, so done. Mount Pleasant got a goal that was initially ruled offside. And VAR checked it. VAR gave the goal. So now it's 2-1 on aggregate. 1-1 in the game. However, the Dominican Republic team scored, I think in the 70th minute to make it 2-1 on the day and 2-2 on aggregate, and that result would have sent them to the Caribbean Cup title. So we all knew that despite the game being 2-2 on aggregate, Mount Pleasant would have still lost. So they had to go gun-ho. They took off a defensive midfielder. They put on Alex Marshall. and they really started to up the tempo and started to create a lot of chances. I think this specific game just went to show the squad depth that this Mount Pleasant team has. It kind of reminds me of Arsenal playing this season. Like, no matter who put on the pitch, we're comfortable with them playing and comfortable so they can get the job done. I've seen Arsenal take off Saka when we need a goal this season, and we eventually got a goal. A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it would have been unheard of. Arsenal taking off Saka. Him could have limp, him could have play on one foot. However, this season, due to our squad depth and the quality of players that we have, we are able to do that and still win football matches. It was similar in this case to Mount Pleasant. The fact that they were able to take off Raheem Edwards, they were able to take off Lamar Walker, one of their highest earners. They were able to take off Daniel Green, their captain, and who eventually got to play of the tournament, but yet still went on to score goals and got it over the line. So yeah, people, eventually it was Tyreek Magee in the end that tricked the keeper an near post shot. He didn't even celebrate. I think he is expecting that of himself, and he actually performed the goods in his first season for Mount Pleasant. Now, people, I wanted to give him props because before this tournament even started, I predicted this result. I predicted that Cavalier would drop out early because it was just too much of a revamp. It was a new team, a team that had no chemistry. The leaders were gone. The core heart of the team that got them goals and the rock at the back was gone. And I just didn't see them rebuilding so quickly, especially in a Caribbean Cup. So I did predict that Rudolph Speed and Cavalier would crash out, but I also did predict that Mount Pleasant would win the entire competition. So people, when you can give me props, can give me little props for the prediction and for being spot on. Now, I also want to talk about Tappa, giving Tappa his props. Currently doing his pro license. And yeah, you can see that he's improving as a coach. You can see that he has a good staff and a good team at Mount Pleasant. And I think he's in an environment that he's comfortable in. So big up to Tappa. Congratulations on winning the Caribbean Cup. Asserting Jamaica's dominance on that competition again. Rudolph Speed last year. Theodore Tappa Whitmore this year. And yeah, it's a good look. No, people. One of the funny things in that game for me was the fact that when Warner Brown came on, I was literally cussing because I say, oh, brother, Warner Brown is not a total complete player. I feel Raheem Edwards better than Warner Brown, right? His overall game is better. It's just that Warner Brown is a poacher and him can run in behind. But as it relates to being a team player and bringing us into play and helping with build-up and making the team look like an overall better-looking football team, Raheem Edwards is the better player, right? However, the moment I say that, I text it in our group, and the moment I say that, I want to Brown that score. The match I go away from Mount Pleasant, and I literally look for Tyreek Magee, I'm going to say, yo, brother, Classic 10 no play no more in a football in a dog. Magee them time up in over. You see me? And right as we say that, Tyreek Magee scored the winner. So, come like say, yo, people, am I salt mode kind of steer them over the park. You see me? It was just so ironic that the moment I cussed them two players there, the man them end up go score and just shut me up. So yeah, man, big up to Warner Brown, big up to Tyreek Magee for steering the team over the line. And this win not only led Mount Pleasant into the or as victors of the Caribbean Cup, but it also led them directly into the Champions Cup round of 16. And the draw will be done, I think, in December or later this month, right? So hopefully people keep their fingers crossed. We hope we can get a next Messi situation at the National Stadium because Inter Miami and Lionel Messi will be in that competition, people. And we just hope and pray that Lionel Messi will have a part 2 at the National Stadium. But even if we don't get into Miami and Lionel Messi, there are tons of other stars and quality players that we could get. Talk about, I think Thomas Muller team is in it as well. Imagine seeing Thomas Muller play at the National Stadium. That would be a good one. There's also Monterrey with Sergio Ramos there right now. Sergio Ramos and a next baller there as well. I don't remember my name, but the next killer they are Monterey right now. And I must say Mexico, I think. So, yeah, man, people. Only heap of good quality teams here. It's gonna be good opposition for Mount Pleasant to test themselves against to see where they really sit amongst the top teams or club teams in Concacaf football all throughout the region. Canada, MLS, Mexico, etc. Right? So yeah, man. But just I hope so we'll get back a Messi part 2. You see, because that was a good one last time around. And lastly, they've won the trophy, but it's all roads leading to the weekend where the Jamaica Premier League will be back. You guys can expect content on the Jamaica Premier League from me as well. And yeah, people, that's basically it for this video. So share your thoughts below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the specific match. Mount Pleasant winning. Did you watch the game? How you think the game went? You think a buck-up swing? You think the quality just shone through? Share your thoughts below in the comment section, people. This month, I'm going to try to do a 30-day streak, which means I'm going to be posting one video per day. Now, people, a long time to do this. I'm going to do this in over a year when I just start YouTube. Or, yeah, call it a year and a half when I just start YouTube and just partner the space and me I hustle. You see me? So, yeah, I'm going to try to do it. Try to give back to the people because a lot of you guys are saying if I don't do lives no more, if I don't post as much. So, I'm tired of evening time after work and thing, but I try to do it and end the year on a strong note. So, my reward would be for you guys to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. And you can expect to see a video a day until the end of the month. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz. I hear like, don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.